Hello everybody, this is the top 10 best-selling light novels in Japan, this time for the week of August 21st to 27th. Now this list is ordered by units sold. I count them down from 10 to 1. I do this video every single week, so if you like it and you're new here, maybe you should consider subscribing to the channel. But let's get to the list right now. We've had a lot of movement on the list from last week. Classroom of the Elite had 3 volumes on the top 10 last week, and it has been completely wiped off the top 10 this week. In fact, of the 10 volumes we had on there last week, only 4 remain, and most of them are some of the newest stuff to the list. So let's get right into it, and I'm going to be honest with you, some of these titles were really difficult to try and find information on. Some of them I had to just throw a bunch of Japanese into Google Translate and try and make some heads or tails of what it was telling me. So if the information seems a little sketchy, I apologize, but I did the best I could. And obviously that means you know that obviously if I'm having that hard time finding information on it, this is stuff that has nothing, no anime, no manga, no light novel licenses. So a lot of stuff on the list this week that's in Japan only that, yeah, just doesn't seem to be getting a lot of coverage in English, even in the sort of the fan translation side of things. At number 10 this week, a brand new volume released this week, brand new to the top 10 with 7,967 volumes sold. It is Gaikotsu Kishi-sama, Tadaima Isekai e Odekakechuu. Again, I'm sorry about my pronunciations. I'm trying to get better. This one is also known as Skeleton Knight in Another World. The protagonist fell asleep while playing an online game. However, he awoke in a strange world with his game character's appearance. In a state of shock, he noticed that he was equipped with nothing but his strongest weapon and armor. But to make matters worse, our hero's appearance was changed by the special avatar skin, Skeleton. When he entered this new world, the protagonist wanted to live without drawing attention, but he got acquainted with the dark elf Ariana and received her request. So again, this one has 0 things available to us in English, no manga available, no light novels licensed, and no anime at this point. At number 9 with 8,289 volumes sold this week, and again, a brand new entry, brand new this week and brand new to the top 10, we have Volume 8 of Isekai Mahou wa Okureteru, which is The Different World Magic is Too Far Behind. Felmenia Stingray was a genius magician. She quickly became the most distinguished magician of the Estelle Kingdom after her discovery of white fire magic, which had the power to burn anything. However, the world is in peril due to the Demon King. The kingdom's court magicians perform a summoning ritual for heroes and bring forth a hero and 2 youths, a boy and a girl. Unlike the girl, the young man refused to fight the Demon King alongside the hero and demanded to be sent back to his world. The kingdom, angry with his behavior, locked him away. Now, Felmenia stands before the young man with her strongest magic, the white flame, being completely useless, and asks who he is. It was already obvious to her that this man was far stronger than she was. To this, he simply responds, Yakage Suime, a magician. At number 8, again, another new release this week with 8,298 units sold. We have volume number 2, so a relatively new series, of Isekai Yururi Kikou, and then a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not even going to try because I will butcher the hell out of it. But it translates to Traveling in Another World, Raising Children While Being an Adventurer. I'm terribly sorry. A god was suddenly prostrating in front of Kayano Takumi. He was apparently killed by mistake. Moreover, he can't be reborn again. However, he is able to live in a different world? Then let's do that, please. The god made a mistake again and transferred him into a dangerous forest. Seriously, what's going on? Besides, there's children here. he can't leave them, so he will take care of them. Again, there's no anime, no manga that I can see, and obviously no license for this one in English. It reminds me a lot, though, of If It's For My Daughter, I'd Even Defeat a Demon Lord. This whole idea of an adventurer adopting a child, although this one obviously has an isekai type twist to it as well. A lot of isekai titles on the list this week. At number 7, with 8,931 volumes sold, we have volume number 2 of Date A Live Fragments, Date a Bullet. So, of course, this is the spin-off of the Date A Live series. This is its second week of release. It was on the top 10 last week, just barely. It was at number 10. This week, it is now moved up to number 7 on the list. And this one, of course, is a side story featuring the character Tokisake Kurumi. Not familiar with the series, so that means pretty much nothing to me. But if you do know the series, well, maybe it means something to you. Again, no official English language translation for this book. I'm saying that a lot today. There's, like I said, not a lot of these have made their way to English in any format. At number 6, with 10,653 volumes sold, it's a brand new release, first time on the top 10 this week, and it is volume number 15 of Fairytale Chronicle. Now, again, this is a series that I kind of had a hard time finding any English resources about what this was about. From what I could decipher from some very broken English Google translations, it appears that it's about two classmates who find themselves in another world that is very similar to a VR MMO that they played. They had the ability to be master craftsmen, I guess, in the VR MMO. And so they decide that they're going to start life anew in this new world, and that one of the ways that they're going to succeed is they are going to create items that are common in our world but don't exist in this other world. At number 5, with 13,737 volumes sold, again, a new release this week, it is volume number 12 of Gakusen Toshi Asterisk. So we know this one more commonly as the Asterisk War. Sometimes it's called Academy Battle City Asterisk. So we actually have all of this in English. It's one of the few series I can say that. There's a 24 episode anime. It's currently on Crunchyroll. Covers approximately volumes 1 to 6 from what I could check out on the internet. There's also a manga adaptation, which is licensed by Yen Press. And, of course, the light novels, also by sort of the subprint of Yen Press, Yen On. They're getting released. And most recently, volume 4 of the light novel just released this month, actually, earlier this week as I'm shooting this video. So we're getting all of Asterisk War in English that there is. So that's pretty impressive. That's the one, like I said, it's not often with these lists so far that I've been able to say that. There's always at least something being left alone. At number 4, with 15,611 volumes sold, it is volume 9 of the Akashic Records of the Bastard Magical Instructor. This one was on the list, of course, last week. It's back again this week. It's managed to hang in there. Again, there is a 12-episode anime adaptation, which is on Crunchyroll. It adapted approximately the first 5 volumes. We still have no license for the light novel, but the manga is now being released by 7 Seas. Now, the manga, of course, is a spin-off. The light novel is the source material. Why we can't get one and only get the other? I don't know, but that's the way it is. At number 3, with 16,233 volumes sold, it is The Irregular at Magic High School, volume number 23. Yes, it's been number 1 the past 2 weeks. It was dethroned this week, and in fact, shuffled all the way down to volume number 3, to spot number 3. So again, this is, again, one of those series that we are lucky enough to be getting everything in English. So we got 2 on this list at least. We do have the anime, which was available on Crunchyroll. It does volumes 1 to 7, but excludes volume number 5. Currently, we have volume 5 of the light novel was just released, well, again, just a couple days ago, same as Asterisk. So we're up to volume 5 now in the series, and I know that they're also releasing the manga, but I don't, of course, keep up with manga on this channel, so I'm not too sure how many volumes they've released there, but I know that the manga is being released by Yen Press as well. In the number 2 spot, it's a brand new entry, brand new release this week with 17,044 volumes sold. It is volume number 4 of around 40 Kenja no Isekai Saikatsu Nikki, which roughly translates to around 40 Wise Man's Life in Another World Diary. And that's just kind of me putting, again, sorting through various translations and stuff, but again, there's really not a lot of information about this series in English. Based on some messy online translations, it appears to be the story of a 40-year-old man who lost his job when his company was restructured. When he was unemployed, he started playing a video game, became very good at it, and then ends up finding himself transported to that another world that's sort of like the video game. Now, I'm sure there's more to it, but as I said, really, really ugly trying to do Google translations off of book descriptions off of Amazon.co.jp. So that was about all that I can guarantee is legitimately in the book. But again, I'm not too sure what else is there. Obviously, no English license for this one. Not even, again, nothing in the fan translation community, not even on novel updates, nothing, no entries for it. So again, this was one that was pretty hard to find information on. And I mean, it's only got 4 volumes, so it is a newer series, but I would have thought there would have been at least something. And then finally, at number 1, able to dethrone the monster that is the Irregular at Magic High School with 19,902 units sold. It is volume number 17 of Date Alive. Now again, this one was on the list last week and has now moved up significantly. We have 2 seasons of an anime, 22 episodes plus 2 OVAs, plus a movie. Covers approximately volumes 1 to 7. It is licensed in English by Funimation. Again, I don't know if it's on Funimation's streaming channel. It's not on Crunchyroll, that much I know, because that's the one service that I subscribe to. We do not have a license for the light novels, and it looks like there was sort of a short manga adaptation that didn't really fly all that well. It seems a little bit hodgepodge. We have not gotten that either in English, which is probably fine. But the light novels, I mean, this is a huge series, obviously, very, very popular. 17 volumes so far released, and not a peep about us getting it in English officially, so there you have it. So that's our top 10 list of light novels per sales in Japan for the week of August 21st to the 27th. Lots of movement on the list, a lot of titles. Classroom of the Elite, which has been very dominant in the top 10, completely wiped out of the top 10. Number of series gone. Actually, funny enough, last week I said that whole fireworks, are they flat or round? Let's decide or whatever. The light novel that is based on the movie that released August 18th, it had been on the list for 2 weeks. Now the movie's been out for a week and it's gone. So I don't know whether that says something about the movie or just about people's appetite for the light novel adaptation. I'm not too sure. So finally, we have the latest in the Monogatari being taken off of the top 10. So a lot of movement and changes on the list. And cool to see some titles that not only we have nothing in English on them, but the English community in general, even the fan community, the translation community, nothing on a couple of these titles, which is always kind of interesting to me to see which titles just don't seem to have any following in English whatsoever. It's part of the reason that I started doing this list, because I was just curious and wanted to read more and do a bit more research on these series and sort of see what they're all about. So again, very exciting changes on the list this week. It'll be very interesting to see what next week's list will hold. So if you're brand new to the channel and you love light novels, I do this countdown every single week, plus I do a ton of reviews, so you should really consider subscribing to the channel to keep up with all of those different videos. I really appreciate you joining me in this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Till then, bye-bye for now.